when you realize you are never going on a walk again. Pound cake. You ruined my pound cake. I thought that was instructions. Don't claim to be a fan of Christian rock if you don't know who this artist is. The opposite of a stork with a baby. Grandma's house in the 80s starter pack. My cousin wants to elope in Vegas. Best chapels budget friendly. Edit. I'm not marrying my cousin. I'm helping her plan it. I could chill you. Before phones, what did people look at while they were driving? We do not want a world war. However, guys I like versus guys that like me. And who the F said I liked you? Hey Gatorade, I'm having trouble opening the lid to some of your bottles. Any ideas what the problem is? We are very sorry to hear you're having trouble with our twist off caps. Maybe hit the gym once or twice, you effing p. Texas man uses Apple AirTag to track down person who stole his truck then chills him. You look like something that can be sealed away by solving a riddle. That lady has abs for a throat. Did we win World War II? No mate is lost. Sorry. Ivanka Trump on more. There's a special place in hell for people who prey on children. Ivanka Trump, your daddy admitted to intentionally walking in on teenage girls getting dressed. Anime magic when MC falls on a girl. Dear Amy, I'm an average attractive single woman who lives in a big city. I'm frequently approached by men of other races that flirt with me and try to get my phone number. How do I tell them I'm not interested without offending them? I stick to my own kind. No thanks. No thanks. It is fairly easy to say no thank you, but if you truly want to repel these interested men, you could tell them the truth. No offense, but I'm a racist. They should leave you alone after that. What does India do better than the US? Protecting kids in school. I was applying for Australian citizenship and the interviewer asked, "Do you have a criminal record?" I said, "No." "Is that still required?" Without using corruption as an answer, try to explain to me how this K-class car is illegal in the US when this somehow has acceptable emissions and this is somehow acceptably safe. Americans too fat to fit into those cars, so we banned them for being fat. BQ. Checkmate atheists. This site is ran by Hippocrates. Hippocrates lied around 370 BCE. Depluralize a film. I'll start. Jaw. A crow on the Orient Express. Making a plant illegal is like saying God was wrong. Making a plant illegal was one of the first things God ever did. Insurrectionists, lock 'em up with no bail, no trial and no visitation. Right. Am I saying it right? See the difference? Only God can judge us. Or didn't you graduate from B University? Your spelling is kinda smelly. Yup, and it's Ivy League compared to Trump University. Hey Cody, maybe you should consider sitting out the I'm gonna talk about appearances game. You're gonna be a whole you by 29. Dial it back, buddy. Jake Paul looks like a gay with daddy issues. Nicki Minaj blocked me because I said slapping her on the ass sound like when you close the microwave door too hard. He sounds like a kid that's telling why his favorite Power Ranger is stronger. This gotta be satire. Bro dressed like an Arizona can. A teacher has been arrested after having sex with a special needs child. She was like, "If he's down, I'm down." What happens when you mix human DNA with kangaroo DNA? I'm doing this for science. My dad and I made this fish tank for my mum for Christmas a few years ago with dollhouse furniture. I thought it was pretty rad. I can't believe your dad eats the fish. What's something a dentist can say but a gynecologist can't? I love working with kids. Jesus, that's not Jesus stuff, only the priests do that. Jesus is great. Eric Trump, I have to tell you, I was on a plane when this whole indictment broke. People were coming up to me giving me hugs. Not likely true even on his family plane. A pig orgasm lasts for 30 minutes. Your wife is a lucky lady. Rate my professor is really something. Awful. I never wore my seatbelt while driving to school because I wanted to lie before making it to his class. It finally happened. My neighbor approached me in the hall because she's concerned my boyfriend is a. I'll let her know that when she hears me say stop it Oscar. That hurts. I'm actually talking to my cat. I have an active cat. For some reason dolphins can get pufferfish toxins, so when a group of dolphins finds one they often share it. Hashtag puff puff pass. Oh but when I blood of head I'm a unhinged crazy I'll chill you so hard in a pit of snakes that love to eat people named K. Can y'all just post your therapist's advice in the comments so I don't have to go? Do not ever read my door sign as psycho the again. Very good service. I found a kids section. After keeping this song as alarm at 6 am, I started getting up at 5:30 am. Which sign is more effective? Warning gun-free zone. Warning we are heavily armed. Only criminals are safe in gun-free zones. This you. Guns are banned during Trump's upcoming speech at the NRA conference. Will you please stop with the nickname Tiny? We get it. You like horse but you don't need to openly judge men by their size. Also applies to his IQ, integrity, hands, etc. God doesn't make mistakes. He made you. Hey, I'm Jericho. Heard some Judas stole your championship belt. We have got plenty of cardboard. Want a new one? Hey Arbors, I'm all good. Save the cardboard to make your sandwiches. The Green New Deal will destroy the American energy industry as we know it. The electric light bulb will destroy the American whale oil lamp industry as we know it. So let's say hypothetically there's a zombie apocalypse, right? If you found a well-preserved female zombie in containment and you had a would you? I mean there's no one to judge you, is there? Depends if it would infect me or not. You have a you're assuming I would use it. Cerebral palsy sufferer becomes the first ever person with a 76% disability to complete a marathon. Christian Bale has done it again. Sometimes I like to use my to launch M&Ms into my mouth. I gave my goat to the state fair and they barbecued it. Now I'm suing. Imagine not having watch your mouth or I'll take yours. Are hot dogs called wieners because they look like pigs, or are pigs called wieners cause they look like hot dogs? Wieners got their name from the city of Vienna, Austria, so pigs look like hot dogs. My kids will not be stuck to an iPad, they'll be outside playing. Imaginary children are the easiest to raise. Japanese veteran lies after 6,000 kilograms of election fell on him. The spread of the virus is based on two factors. 1. How dense the population is. 2. How dense the population is. You wrote the same thing twice. What's the other one? You're number 2. The L in LGBT stands for I'm going to make you for a week. I have never known fear before this moment. Why do you fish rather than watch anime? Fishing puts food on the table, watching anime put rum in my tissue. Sun Tzu, Art of War. Just finished sanding my tires so that my car will ride smoother on the interstate, and honestly I kind of love this look. Yup, now you can take a nice probably short drive to see God. What is the most effable pasta? I eat 6 different pastas to find out. Well, what was it? Macaroni. I see you watched the entire video. I will Google the next message. How to kidnap children. Bro has an actual excuse not to do leg day. Dallas police refused to open a case for a child who went missing after using the restroom at a Mavericks game, citing Texas code dictating missing juveniles are investigated as runaway unless there are circumstances which appear. If your daughter is kidnapped in Texas, tell the police you're reporting her for seeking an abduction. Perhaps they will take it seriously if they think the life of an embryo is in danger. If you could have sex with a non-living thing but after finishing it would come to life, what would you choose? My dad. How can I get rid of mosquitoes in my house? Free him. Yes. No. Turn on the PC so he burns. She's the type of person to steal your wallet and then spend 2 hours helping you look for it while blaming everyone else. My daughters used to look up to Michelle Obama but not anymore. I won't let my kids look up to that ghetto mess. If your daughter inherits your neck, she won't be able to look up to she. Men who don't lift the toilet seat up to pee. It's my house, I'll piss on the floor if I want, which I have. Weird flex. Cashier, your total is $9.99. Me, here's 10 and keep the change. Bro buggers living in a mansion. Italian government seeks to penalize the use of English words. If my country had a lower GDP per capita and a lower percentage of adults with college degrees than the US state of Mississippi, I probably wouldn't ban politicians from using the universal language of business. 80% of the posts on here seem to be from people too dumb or lazy to do a Google search. Google doesn't have a local flavor and many small vendors can't be found that way. I like people interacting. I have learned about all kinds of activities in town along with who people are and whom to avoid. I might avoid you for instance since you think asking questions is dumb or lazy. I got this squish a couple months ago because it looks exactly like Ferris. I have been trying to get a picture of them together. I was finally able to tonight and I'm dying. The guy in Thailand has been selling grilled chicken for 30 years using just sun and a lot of mirrors. We have an orphanage here in India that uses same thing, a giant mirror to focus heat, and then a boiler like thing to cook food. I don't know why but I immediately thought you were saying it cooked the orphans. Don't do drugs. Thank you random Reddit post. I was considering doing a line of Walter White's Bloom Amphetamine today but after this post I think I'm going to turn my life around. You can give it to me.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.